Boom.
Great show.
Thank you.
Do we consider, I mean, I'm sure this is more of a cord killers thing, but Comcast launching the streaming TV service that doesn't count against data caps?
Well, I've talked about it before that they were going to launch it. I guess we could get into another one of these. Well, it's not available if you don't have Comcast internet, so it's only running on their lines. Is it really a net neutrality violation then? That's where it ends for me. It's like, well, it's their internal service. Like, I can't get it as a Verizon internet subscriber. If I could, and then it didn't count against your data cap as a Comcast subscriber, I'd be more upset about it. Because the arguments you have to make are like, well, but if you are a Comcast subscriber, you might be more likely to pay for that than get Sling TV, which gives them an unfair advantage. And that's fair, but it's not exactly a net neutrality thing at that point. It's more of an antitrust thing.
No, it's not. And it really, I mean, like, 87 million first, same as the first. Like, these data caps are fraudulent. And the fact that this is like, oh, no, yeah, please stream high quality content that will either go on your television or will scale up to your television or be on your large scale iPad Pro. Yeah, no, totally, that's fine. Oh, we can do all of it. Yeah, we hope everybody gets our IPTV. That doesn't stream against the data caps. Why do we have data caps? Oh, because congestion. Because we got to make sure.
No, the congestion thing has always been a ruse. It's never been about congestion.
Well, yeah, but I mean, this is just this is fraudulent.
I don't think it's fraudulent because what they could argue is, well, the congestion is at the interconnection, not on our internal network. So since we're streaming this across our internal network, well, of course it's fine. It won't be a congestion problem. We need to stop people pulling things in from outside because those interconnections are the ones that get clogged up because we don't add capacity to them, which is a different sort of just blather.
Whatever. I hate them.
We did talk about that service on Cord Killers already. We just didn't know it wasn't going to count against your data cap.
Yeah.
So do we call it Pirate Taxi? I mean...
Yeah. Yes.
Taxi.
I guess that. Hey, so how do I use Snapchat? This is what I want to know for my birthday. This is my birthday present that I'm asking for from the internet, which is how do I use Snapchat?
Specify what you mean, because I think you know how to use Snapchat.
Yeah, I downloaded it and I opened it.
Yeah.
And
so then you add contacts, and then you can send pictures to your contacts. But Justin, I think what she wants is, how do I use it to like best?
How do I use it so that it's useful to me?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, follow people. Follow people that you like that are active, and it really is a tremendous. It is about consuming, right? There are like some really fun ways to share it, but if the point of sharing for you is like I take a picture and now I see what the reaction is, which is so much of Twitter and Facebook, then you're left cold by Snapchat. Snapchat is as good as the people that you follow, and it is that consumption, that like easy frictionless consumption that is its calling card.
So when people change their Twitter icons to be Snapchat icons, is that so you can more easily follow them?
That's so they
look hip.
Yeah.
All right. Because that would be cool if it was actually a QR code in disguise as your Twitter
How do
handle?
You post to people who follow you?
Yeah.
Because it doesn't work like Twitter where you just post everything publicly, right?
I'm just a little confused by it.
What was that? Say it again.
How do you post to people who follow you?
I think you just post, right?
But you have to send it to people. You have to choose who to send it to.
Well, no, your default is it goes everywhere. Ashley's here who knows more about Snapchat. If you're just sending it out to everybody, my story. You post to my story.
That's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
So you can send it to people and use it like SMS, or you post it to my story, and then everyone who follows you can see it.
Can see it.
Okay, got it.
All right, I'm going to try. At 39 years old, I'm definitely going to try to learn Snapchat. Oh, dear.
Call me when you're 45 trying to learn Snapchat.
No, just find people who are good. I can't believe that it got deleted off my phone. I'm downloading it now.
How do I get rid
I
of
haven't
this?
answered any of my Snapchats from my lovely wife.
Aw, but Snapchat's temporary anyway.
Well, yeah.
But how do you find people who aren't just Comedy Central and such?
That's a good question. How do you find people?
Like, what's the discovery like?
You can search your contacts.
All of my contacts are like old people.
You never know.
They're not on Snapchat.
You might be getting buck wild.
How do you follow like Adele?
Yeah.
You can be rolling in the deep.
Oh.
Deedle-deedle-dee.
Justin is keeping his proprietary Snapchat usage information to himself.
No, you gotta find. You can find other people's stories though, right?
Also, Snapchat is one of the few things that I actually kind of find brand stuff not totally intolerable.
Right.
Because by and large, people don't know how to use it, so they're just like it's just very obvious fumbling. And number two, even when it's done deliberately, it's pretty rad because like it is very personal, no matter what. Even at its most crass, it's somebody hitting a button and taking a picture and or recording something, fairly natural.
On the plus side, I think this just goes to like desire. Like if you want something enough, you'll follow it and figure out how to use it. So the only person I've successfully followed on Snapchat is Jif Palm.
Who's that?
The little Pomeranian that was in the Katy Perry video. So I've managed to find Jif Palm.
You have to know their username, I guess.
I guess, yeah.
Twitter used to be like that too.
Back in Snapchat. I can't. What? How did I go so long?
Oops, I did it again.
You used to call me on your Snapchat.
You used to call me on your Snapchat.
Hello. That's my favorite thing of the past 2 weeks is the mashup of Drake, Adele, and Lionel Richie.
Oh my gosh. Oh, so the best ever comment that we got so Matt's movie premiered last night, which was really exciting. I saw
that. That's so exciting.
It was so exciting. And we went to, and we saw the movie. And, like Disney XD has all these cute little Disney stars that they invest all their time and money in, and they go to all the premieres. And there was this one lovely girl, and I don't remember her name, but like I had a picture of Matt on Instagram, and I did the right hashtag apparently. And there was a squirrel in the movie. It's called the Mad Squirrel. And she wrote, "That squirrel is my bae." And I knew we had a hit.
Hype.
It was amazing.
You used to call me on my squirrel phone.
Yep.
Although "bae" is starting to become a mature word. Not mature like nasty. I just mean like.
Oh, you
right.
Nasty.
Say that again.
You nasty, huh?
No,
I just mean like it's becoming a little mainstream now.
Yeah, it's like best friend. Like it's certainly it's somewhere between bae and best, like old bae and best friend.
Old bae, the old gray bear just ate what?
Old bae.
My old bae.
I think I figured out the layout finally with the new
the layout
iPad
app
Pro.
or layout?
No, the layout of my desk had to change because of the iPad Pro. It's not to have the iPad Pro upright. I still need it down. It's better down. But I put it in front of the keyboard and moved the keyboard over here, and that worked really well today. So
you used to call me on my bae phone. Sorry, I don't know.
My booty call phone.
It's my bae day. I do what I want.
Happy birthday.
Birthday.
Wait, is it your birthday today?
It is.
What?
It's my
Her
birthday
birthday.
today.
We not Facebook friends? How did this
We
get...
are Facebook friends.
That's how I found out.
I
I
bet
got
you
a Facebook notification.
the birthday Facebook signal was drowned out by the premiere. Like the premiere did a lot.
But I got an email. It was like, it's Jenny Joseph's birthday today.
This is... Wait, Jenny Josephson. Oh, my God. Jenny Josephson, Daily Tech News Show, Dan Rather.
You know,
You know.
she's fallen quite a ways. But
I would disagree.
Have you seen the movie? The Rather movie?
You know, I haven't yet because I lived through it in a tiny adjacent way where I had nothing to do with it and only felt empathy for everybody involved.
Yeah.
So I have to watch it like alone in the dark, I think, not in a movie.
you have to watch it on your cell phone.
Yeah, pretty much.
One day, without it being public, we should have a conversation because as an outsider, I drew so many different
Right.
so many, like, I think it's one of the most important media stories in my lifetime, but for none of the reasons that
Yeah. One of the things that I can say publicly, because it really is just how I feel about it, is like you and I as journalists, and Tom, I think maybe Tom has ever made like one mistake, but like the feeling of making a mistake or screwing up
No,
in
I've made more
journalism
than one. Yeah.
is so profound and powerful when you do it at the easily correctable level that to me the horror of that movie is in the making of the mistake and the moment that you find out you made the mistake. And like top-notch, amazing journalists working at their highest possible level make a mistake. And whether that's whatever is ascribed to it being, you know, tricked or whatever led or wanting it too much or whatever one side or the other says about it, like that awful feeling of, and you feel it coming before you really understand it, that you did it. And I just, like, my empathy for that is like through the roof because I remember how I feel about it on mildly insubstantial things that I got wrong. So yeah, that would be my public takeaway, and just like empathy for all involved at all levels. So
we once ran a story at the Daily Orange where R.J. Anderson, the then starting quarterback for the Syracuse Orange Men, when they were still the Orange Men, because I'm ancient, had his was it car stolen or robbed, but he listed as having been robbed from the car $30. Unfortunately, the poor penmanship of the cop who wrote it made it look very much like $3,000.
oh no.
We wrote $3,000 in the story, which immediately raises questions as a student athlete.
Yeah.
R.J. Anderson have $3,000 just sitting in his car, like, and not in his pocket, not in a bank account. That seems like a fishy thing, and it all fell down around us. And the person, I forget if I approved it or you know, whatever my explicit element of it, but I was either in management or running the news section at the time, and it was horrifying. It's just it's terrible, and you never feel lower as a journalist.
Mm-hmm.
Times that you feel at your lowest is A, when you've hurt somebody or when somebody's hurting because of something that you are doing. That never goes away, and it's never simple. Even when somebody deserves it, you know, it feels bad to hurt people.
That's why I got out.
Yeah, and when you get something wrong, and when you abuse the power that you have, and understanding that, you know, as much as you scream from the mountaintops that, you know, we're not truth bots, we're not you know, these machines that just like, okay, facts come in, truth comes out, beep pop boop, and people make mistakes. That when you're the one who makes a real error like that, it's a huge issue, and I can only imagine for everybody in that thing and that whole kerfuffle had to feel just apocalyptic.
Yeah. Yeah. How about one of my cameramen once, not a CBS staffer, but a freelancer, had the wrong lens on his gear, and we were chosen at the last second as the jury pool, and his pans accidentally put jurors on his, I know, and it accidentally got fed out, and accidentally some of it ended up on the air. Like, lawyers had to be called, and we had to apologize in court. Like, and that was my fault as the producer. Like, that was a big one. That's when I was like, and it was just those, like, how I felt about the Rather thing on the tiny scale, which was just every tiny little confluence of accident and failure to catch that leads to these things. And it was just, head-bangingly awful.
Well, and what I find to be the most interesting part of that story is that it was the last time that somebody got up on a mainstream news thing and said with authority, come on, it's the internet. Like, without saying, come on, it's the internet. But it was this, like, big roll of, like, all right, yeah, the internet's really buzzing around about this story that we really reported the hell out of. And I don't doubt that they reported the hell out of it, and I don't doubt that everybody was operating at their biggest thing. And I haven't seen the movie, by the way.
Yeah.
But any assertion that movie may or may not make about the veracity of how true that information was, all one needs to do is take a very quick trip to the Wikipedia page and just look at, what was, I think it was the last time that stuff like that would ever happen. And that's super important because it's completely defined how we look at stuff now, and how Reddit pours through everything. And not to say Reddit's the only place, but just, every comment section will look for the pattern in the Photoshop or in this case, the serifs on the letters and just say, oh, yeah, by the way, those were impossible to have been made.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a long, sad story.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Thanks! Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you guys are doing a Star Wars thing, I will be down in LA to see Star Wars. So.
What?
Oh, yeah. Right. What time are you guys going?
Yeah, we're going night. On
the 17th, right?
17th at like 9 p.m. I think
right.
we're in the first block after the 7 p.m.
I'm tagging Krekel out because I'm in at 7 and he's in at 9, which is the showing right after mine.
Gotcha.
Right.
9 something. But you guys are going to a different theater, I think, Justin.
We are.
I know Jenny is.
Andrew Main, my partner in Star Wars.
Who I had a lovely lunch with on Saturday, by the way.
Did you?
Yeah.
He was very insistent that we had to go to an assigned seat theater.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
I wonder if you're going to my assigned seat theater.
Which one are you going to?
Does it start with an A?
Is this secret information?
No, I don't know. Is it the ArcLight in Hollywood?
No, it is not the ArcLight.
Okay. Is it the Grove?
Most of our theaters down here are assigned seats now.
Are they?
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyway, our party is a before and after 8 p.m. Star Wars showing, and if enough people are there that can keep the house open, a during. So yeah, on Friday though, not on Thursday. On Friday.
And you need to be on Cord Killers on Friday, Justin.
Yeah.
Because Cord Killers and Current Geek are swapping places.
Like permanently?
No, just for that week. So that because Scott won't have seen it, and neither will have Jenny by the time we do Current Geek at 4.
You can't do a show where you talk about things if you're not talking about Star Wars?
Well, we want to do an entire Current Geek Star Wars episode because we have a Star Wars story every week, right? So we're going to do Cord Killers so that we can do a spoiler in time that doesn't have to wait until the following Monday on that Friday at 4 o'clock.
So I am flying. I am flying to LA on the 16th.
Mm-hmm.
17th is the midnight.
Is the Thursday, right?
Mm-hmm.
When do they start on the East Coast?
I think it's 7.
7 p.m.'s on the East Coast?
I don't know.
So we're turning off Twitter, right? Everyone's turning off Twitter.
Yeah, it has to be.
Yeah, we're going Amish.
Going dark. I have to go dark for like 20.
Yeah, you have to go dark for
24 to 36
for
hours.
a good while. Yeah.
So right now my flight is out at 1:43 p.m. Friday.
Friday.
Oh,
Okay.
But I can always move it back.
Alright.
The only thing that needs to happen is I need to get back here to the Bay Area by Saturday because Ashley and I are going to the new Alamo Draft House in the mix.
Oh, that's amazing.
Well, I mean, if your flight's on time,
Night.
you could still be on Cord Killers via Skype. Would not be as fun.
I could get out. Yeah, I mean,
Or not Skype. Yeah, Skype. Yeah. Sorry. Forget which shows we
Too many shows. Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I hope the viewing audiences enjoyed this booking session.
Yeah.
I've learned nothing. Like this is like really like so I'm doing the Star Wars Report daily show or at least Monday through Friday show with Riley Blanton every week leading up to the movie. He does a show every single week. I'm going to be on Mondays, and it's like so I've been thinking a lot about where I was in 1999 and what I was excited for, and it's like literally nothing. I spent more money on the opening 48 hours of Star Wars than I did on the Phantom Menace, despite having been burnt by 3 terrible movies. And like, I really only say this just so nobody else says it about me. Like, I have no regrets, and yet I just feel like just so when we all walk out and it's like, oh God, that was kind of a mess, wasn't it? That we're like. I'm like, I knew, whatever, it's fine.
Yeah, no, I am in it for the experience. I am not in it because I assume it will be great. Although I hope it will be.
Movie, right? It's impossible to not be more watchable than The Phantom Menace. The Phantom Menace was a real bit.
I don't know. I just saw it 2 weeks ago for the first time. I'll pretend I'm dumb about Star Wars.
Can't pretend you're dumb anymore, Tom. Listen.
Yeah, I know. I'm actually, Revenge of the Sith is going up as soon as we're done here.
You've seen it again for the first time.
See it again for the first time.
I saw it again.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for watching. We will talk to you tomorrow.